Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat. Today we're going to continue on with this fun little paper bag journal, and I did not get any further. As you can see, I did get the other paper bags cut, or paper bag cut. So I have all the pages that are going to go in here, and you can see they're just all different sizes and whatever, and I'm happy with that. I've also put in these pieces that I've made previously that are kind of like booklets, but I want to stitch them in instead of having them like go in a pocket or something. So I have that one, and then I have this one here that was a bag, or well, it is a bag, but it opens like this, and then on the other side of the signature there's just this notepad, and I think I might cut that open as well and turn that into another pocket. So that is what I have so far, but I need to continue on with the collaging. So I apologize that I didn't get that done, because now we have another day of me standing here collaging. But, you know, life. That's all I got to say about that. And this is a little thin right here because, like I told you, I ripped part of it off when I took the sticker off. So I might add like a thinner piece there and then another piece on top just to, I don't know, strengthen that a bit more than it would be otherwise. And I was going to grab something and I forgot. So let me see what I got. Oh, I can use some of this, but this is pretty thin. Pretty thin. So how is everybody? I hope you guys are well. Sorry, I know this is very crinkly. I'll try to make this quick. And I'll set that away so it's not crinkling any longer. And so you're not going to see this, but I want to thicken that, because I noticed yesterday when I was taking pictures, you could see the light through there. And I'm like, that might not be so great. So I need to move all the ephemera we've got out of the way. So yeah, I just had a busy morning. I had to get a haircut and trying to figure out what to do about the Glowforge, which is making my life misery at the moment. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. What are you guys up to? Hopefully your lives are going much smoother. When it rains, it pours around here, let me tell you. Because if there's anything going on, whatever, then we have to have some extra things like breakdown or all that. So yeah. So thank you to Betty Ann. She purchased the Faye journal, so that paid for the part for the Glowforge. So I thank you, my friend. That was whew, thank you. Those parts for that thing are outrageous. But that helped a lot. So as soon as I get the part, I'll be up and running again. But until I get it, there isn't really anything I can do. My husband does have another laser printer, and we did upload a couple of files from, or laser cutter, I should say, from mine to his kind of thing. But yeah, that's not an easy task to perform, so. But we were able to cut some things for people that had ordered before the Glowforge bit the dust. Okay, now I can put something pretty on there. The other thing is these black. I don't want to be able to see those through anything. So I'll have to be mindful of that when I put whatever on there. I can't remember which kit this is, because I did a bunch of kind of grungy wallpaper kits. And I don't remember which one this is in, but I'll look it up if you're interested. Like I said, this is just out all scrap papers out of my giant tub of papers. So just if there's something that you're really wanting or whatever, Otherwise, I don't really know. It's funny how fast it goes out of your brain, too. Well, they all kind of blur together is what the real problem is. Because I did, like, the abandoned and people of the past and places of the past and a bunch of grungy wallpapers, like I said, and all kinds of stuff kind of all around the same time. So all those kits in my brain just sort of muddle together because they're similar themes in that, you know. So that's the problem. But yeah, not much exciting here today. Like I said, got a haircut. I did go for a quick walk. It's windy but sunny, so it's like, gotta go. Because I keep talking about more rain and all that, and I'm like, I don't like walking in the rain. Unless it's warm. Which around here, that's not really a thing usually. It's usually cold if it's raining. Yeah, this is going to turn out to be, I was worried about the thickness, like it not being thick enough, but I think it's going to be just fine as a cover with, you know, it's basically 3 layers by the time it's done. I mean, obviously it's not one you're going to want to be throwing in a backpack every day or something, but you wouldn't want to do that with the topper anyway, so I feel like it's fine. That'll work good there. I'm just gonna kind of mess up the edge a little. If I can find my little scissors here. So yeah, this is just going to be kind of a process thing. You're not going to get to see how I made all the ephemera because, well, I mean, there's videos already on most of those pieces, so of course it's a matter of finding them, but they're there in the menagerie. That's the advantage of making ephemera ahead of time, I must say. I know Gail Augustinelli always mentioned that, and I was always like, I struggle with that because I like to use stuff from the journal that I'm working on at that time, you know, pockets and whatnot. But it sure is nice when you've got a couple things that can go. That's why the random prompts are so good for the 50 stack challenge. Because usually if you have a bunch of that stuff, you can use something. There'll be something in your stack that's usable, which is lovely. I might use this tree, even though it's went with the fairies. Well, it was just meant to be a tree, you know, for tree for 50 stack challenge. But I like the look of it for this. Yeah, I just have so many scraps. It's incredible. I think it was Charlie mentioned she doesn't have a you know, a lot of scraps because she, you know, doesn't create lots of journals like a lot of us do on YouTube, because obviously we're doing this every day kind of thing. But the more you create, the more scraps you will have, because every time you do anything, you tear a piece of paper, it seems. So it'll come, because I didn't used to, I had one little shoebox of scraps for the longest time. Now I have a huge plastic tub and a big cardboard box. Yeah, too much junk. It definitely accumulates, that is for sure. I like this because you can't really see anything through it, so we need something maybe like kind of darker like that. Might be kind of cool. Even that out. That's just map that's been coffee dyed. A map. I could go over this way further. I might come up a little higher because, of course, when I tore it, I didn't get it straight. So I think I'll come across the fold and then not have this piece. Save that for something or other. Yeah, this is going to be just very kind of, like I said, eclectic, grungy, because this, oh, where was it? Had a couple pieces I wanted to put in there. Yeah, I have like this, and then I thought this. You can see how grungy that is. So, and this is very grungy, so I kind of want to continue with that. Look. What am I doing? I don't know what I dyed this with. I think it was coffee, but I don't remember. Could have been Tim Holtz ink. I'm pretty sure it was coffee. I think it got set outside to dry because it really got dark. But it's cool. And that side's cool too. Which way did I have? I had it this way, didn't I? It just fits better that way. Even though I kind of like the other side better. Yeah, it's definitely coffee because I can smell it now that I got it wet with the glue. Not funny. Oh, that's upside down, isn't it? Oh my goodness, Amy. Oh well. That's just the way it is sometimes. I got my hair cut today. We got talking about straight hair and curly hair. That whole thing. My hair is stick straight. And my daughter and I, on both of our 23andMe's, it says that, you know, our hair should be curly. Well, curly hair runs in my family. Like my grandfather had curly hair. My son has a little bit of curl in his hair. One of my cousins, who's a boy, has curl in his hair. And so we were laughing about how the boys always get all the curl. But my grandfather had that. But none of us girls got it. I don't know why I was thinking about that, but I was. I guess because I just talked about it with her. It's kind of like the eyelash thing. You know, boys always get the long, beautiful eyelashes. It's like That's not fair. That does not seem fair. But they do. My son has those too. Well, to be fair, my daughter has them too. Yeah, that'll work. I just thought, oh, if I tear that again, will it be too thin? I like this little bit of a light green with all this. I think it's good. She was laughing too because I'm getting lots of gray. She's like, I didn't think it was ever really going to all come out, you know, like what it was going to look like. It's like, oh, it's out. I mean, there's still a lot of dark hair too, but becoming much more noticeable, I'll just say that. I became allergic to hair dye, if you don't know that whole story, but so just be careful if you get your hair dyed. If you start to have itchy scalp, you should probably stop because it can be dangerous. You can get to the point where you'll have trouble breathing and stuff. It's really not great for you anyway. But I did do it for years. I wonder if you'll be able to see that through there. Maybe this side would be better. There's more things happening. Husband's in the garage again. He's got his TV going on down there, so if you hear it, that's just what it is. Shouldn't be too loud though. I mean, I can hear it, but he is just loving his garage. I think he likes it because he can, oh, I ripped that too small. Putter around in there rather than, you know, maybe sitting in the house or something. Do his projects. Kind of like my craft room. I'll put, I don't know, maybe a stamp or something there where I messed up. It's okay, it just adds that much more interest anyway. I do like that tree on there. It looks cool. I need to print out Joey Cardmaker's freebie because I think that I don't really use those. It would go well with this, but it just depends on how many pieces of ephemera I need. A little bit. got that black and white Edwardian one, and I love that time period. I do have his Edwardian photos, which I know is different than Victorian, which a lot of my images are, but I don't care. It's close enough. Close enough. Yeah, I like it. Now we gotta fix our edges here. Joey was talking about that in his video about using the blade and how a lot of, you know, crafters use the blade. And he said, and I saw Amy have a go. And I thought, yeah, you mean a real messed up go? I'm not good at it. Carol Laws is very good at it. I am not. I mean, I can trim like this, but the whole, she gets the edges all straight and cuts all her everything with it, and I can't do that. I am, for some reason in my brain, it does not make sense. But I think part of it is I've always used a cutter of some kind rather than the blade. It's all what you're used to, I guess. But Joey's a sweetheart. Where my other metal ruler is. They do work the best, I have to say. Okay, I'm cheating. Scissors are hard because you can't quite get them close enough. But the blade requires not chopping your fingers off, so it's kind of a... it's kind of a catch-22, right? There we go. Still doesn't want to put some of that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I think I'll mess with the pages for a few minutes because I don't want to fold that until that glue's dried all the way. Or we'll just have a weird something happening. So I put one of these behind him. I had a different card in there, but it seemed too shabby chic. So this is one of my, I saw it in Somerset Studio magazine. I thought that might work a little better back there. This one is already all done, so we don't need to do anything to that, I don't think, any more to it. This one, I think I'm going to put... I want her on the other side, just so we don't have them all in the same spot, right? Thinking I might turn this one into like a two-sided tuck and have this gentleman go back behind. But I need to cover this or something first because it has all of that. Oops. And so I might just kind of, I haven't totally decided how I want to do this, to be honest. I think this is from my, it's one of the art doll ones, and I think they're grungy art dolls. The ones that look kind of like mannequins and stuff. It's that set. Oh, look, it's got the blue on the back, but I want to use this side. think I might just glue it right onto that. And then on the side that has the paper, I'll figure something else out. But that would be good to cover that whole bit. Let's turn this over before I glue it on the wrong side like I did with the other paper bag the other day. And yes, this will make my pages thicker, but it's fine because some of them won't need covering, or we'll just add some decorative bits or whatever. So I'm not gonna stress about it. It's a paper bag journal, and I'm just trying it. Trying something new for me. These aren't really new. I've seen a lot of people do like art journals in them, which is an excellent idea because you don't have to feel worried or upset about painting on these paper bags. You know what I mean? Like that you're going to mess them up or something. So it's really kind of a cool way to make an art journal if you're going to paint and draw and do all that. But I also like the idea for collage and whatever. Just got to get all the spots as much as possible here. And I like reusing these bags. Oh, I do want. See, this whole side you can write on, so I might not even worry about it. Try to get all the bubbles out, hopefully. You could, of course, collage on those again. I might back that guest check to just to make it a little more substantial. I mean, it's pretty good with all the lace and stuff that's on it, but the edges are a little floppy. It's a thicker guest check, but still. Okay, sorry. I know that's like watching paint dry. So I'm going to put her on this side. I think I just want to see how this is kind of thin. Now I could use it as a journaling card too, as you can see, but I want it as a pocket because it's really, it's pretty. Sorry, we got the crinkly paper again. This is just all packing paper that I save whenever we get Amazon or whatever. If it's got packing paper, I keep it. And this isn't going to be edged, but I think it'll be, I'll turn it this way so I get the top mostly is what I want to cover well. And then I'll just trim off whatever. So what kind of projects are you guys working on? Anything fun? That did go all the way down to the bottom. I don't know what I'm thinking. The sides are what's hanging off, but I already put glue on those. a little more strength on that piece. Try not to cut any of the lace off. I think it's very fun that Carol is doing a vintage journal too, even though we're using entirely different things. Now I'm rethinking because I think that needs to go on the side that could possibly hang outside of the journal rather than inside the journal. So I might switch sides for this. Some of the pages I might just put like some gesso on, let it dry, so it can be written on, drawn on, whatever. So I'm thinking of putting her on this side instead, because that way if this is hanging out, it won't be in the spine. Be easier to fold and all that. And then we'll have that tucked back there. Do I want to round my corners? Could do just a small rounding. So yeah, you should definitely make yourself one of these. Does not get any easier, that's for sure. The hardest part will be sewing it together, and that won't even be hard, but it's not complicated is what I'm saying. I think this was for one of the neutral, I don't know. It's hard to remember. It all blurs together after a while. I think it was one of the last ones we did for that. I never finished it because other things came up. So I think I'll go like that for this piece. Let's put my hand over here. I actually might come up this side just a little. I mean, it definitely could just be a kind of a top loading pocket, but where's the fold line? Like that. Did I do that? Yeah, okay. For a second there, I thought I'd glued the wrong side, which wouldn't surprise me. Okay, I know I had a paper towel. What is my deal? There it is. Very pretty. It doesn't necessarily go with this tag, but I like it. Back here. And then I will put some type of ribbon or fabric or something on it. I don't really want that to get stuck in there though. It needs to go this way. Oh, it actually needed to go the other way, didn't it? I can go this way though, doesn't matter. Sorry. The brain doing its thing. There's a bump in the, because of that, and it's not straight either. Boy, that's some sad days there. I'll have to do that with the blade. I'm not gonna attempt it. Yeah, I think that will work. Okay, so we have, oh yeah, that's why I did it the other way. That'll look pretty. You can write here. You can write there. Right there, and then that's on the back. Oh yeah, that, I like that across from that. Yeah, that'll work. All right, guys, I will let you go there today, and I will see you again tomorrow. I got to figure out what in the world I'm going to do for, I saw it in Somerset Studio Magazine this week. I don't know. All right, I will chat with you again soon. Love ya. Bye.